Here we go. Noblesville.
Eee.
Now, yeah, you can judge by Mike's sound alone. It's not going to start off great, but I think we're going to finish just fine. All right, I'm going to lift you right back up. Look at this nosedive on the median rental price, and really, it's only looking so doom and gloom. You know what? I am mad at our producer for allowing this nosedive to be in here because this is a sneak peek into March. And sir, we're here to talk about February, okay? Because
Okay. February does look good.
Yes, February looks great. We'll talk doom and gloom next month. Noblesville, don't worry, I got you. All right.
Yeah, no, everybody needs to sell their Noblesville properties right now before the market report gets out in February.
Yes, yeah, and I mean, we laugh because I mean it is funny to see this kind of a nosedive, or what appears to be a nosedive. I mean, what are we looking at? We're looking at about a $50, $60, $70 price difference. I mean, it's not exciting.
And you know what? Honestly, it's exactly equal with last year. I mean, it's just like January and February were really good in Noblesville, and so maybe it's evening out. I'm not sure, but it just looks drastic.
I know it just looks drastic, so don't freak out. But anyway, in February, you can quickly see our average rents ticked up another 2.5% from January. We're at $1,900 as an average rent in the Noblesville market with an average sales price. As far as your investor point of view, keep that in mind, as we have clearly labeled here all homes that are under the $500,000 price point, which really, I mean, Noblesville's got a few of those that are over that, but I mean, this is pretty accurate, I think, for the Noblesville market if you were to ask me. But $341 is your average sales price for homes that are selling under the $500,000 with an average rent at $1,900. That looks really good to me. If you have an experienced realtor in the area, you should be able to get under that average sales price, of course, and still be able to secure a really solid average rental price for the property that you're looking at. Active homes in the market, 121, very consistent with the previous month. We were at 118. Average days on market. Now again, look, I don't want to be hypocritical. I know in the previous couple market reports, I want to take this with a grain of salt until I really get a handle on these average days on market that we're reporting. But 34 average days on market. Let's go. This is amazing. I'll take this one. All right. I love it. 34 average days on market. Last month, we were looking at 32 average days on the market, up 6%. Who cares? That's only 2 days. What an amazing market to be a part of. Man, what do you got for me, Mike?
I mean, Noblesville is such a good market. It's always been attractive to investors. It typically was a lower price point. It's creeping up now, but gosh, it's just such a solid market. It's every time we get a home in Noblesville, it's so typically easy to rent. It's just a great market. Like you said, days on the market, 34 in February. Amazing. I mean, I got nothing negative to say about Noblesville. I think I love Noblesville too.
Yeah. So, and not only that, and as we start doing more and more of these market reports, I'm going to try to work in more Airbnb data because we are an Airbnb property management company as well. We've been growing that over the last 12 months. And Noblesville, to me, screams like a great Airbnb market to be a part of. It's close enough to Grand Park to get some of that runoff, I think. It's got the Ruoff mortgage amphitheater down there. It's freaking awesome. So I think you're going to get some of that play. And then your entry point into this market is also affordable. So I think for an Airbnb play, I think Noblesville is a great place to be looking at for that to even increase your potential on returns. So I like it. I like it.
Totally agree.
Okay. All right. Active homes on the market. We're seeing a higher than we were last year. There's a lot of new construction going on. It's an expanding market, which also there's an appreciation play. I said this last month. In a lot of these markets, appreciation play. Fishers, there's still an incredible appreciation play, but Noblesville, I think even more. They've got a lot more room to grow in the Noblesville area. They've got room to grow as far as their downtown. I know that they're starting to look into that a little bit more, like a lot of these suburbs are. So as that begins to expand, they have a great school system. Appreciation is also an excellent investor play here. But active homes on the market, no surprise to me whatsoever. We're higher than we were at a point from last year. Days on market. Well, I mean, I already shared most of my opinion with this. It's amazing. And if you look at it in comparison to last year, it's super amazing. I mean, let's see when we get into March and April what it does. I mean, last year, our roller coaster year, 95 is what we were looking at when we got into April. Let's see if we do that this year.
Yeah. You know what's funny is Becky and I were driving around Noblesville, and we're like, do you remember? I don't even know if you remember this, but this is way back in the day. Noblesville used to be called, they used to call it Noble Tucky because it was so far. And so like,
Really?
yeah.
Noblesville was so far, huh? Wow.
Noble Tucky. Now it's like, were you talking about room to grow for appreciation and things like that? That's what made me think about it is, yeah, I mean, it is, those days are long gone. It is up and coming, and there's room to grow there for sure. It's no longer Noble Tucky.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're going to talk about as we get into our new market report this month in Anderson, and how that's also right. So I mean, let's kind of bleed back into that a little bit. How Anderson is also continuing to expand, and how soon it'll be the Noble Tucky. Is that what you said?
Noble Tucky, yeah.
Noble Tucky, or at least it is the Noble Tucky now, but it soon won't be. Rather, that's interesting. That's interesting, and also something to keep in mind as an investor. I mean, that's how real appreciation and growth can play. So I mean, if you're looking at the Anderson market, I don't want to skip ahead too much here, but that's an important point, and how quickly Anderson can become the new Noblesville.
I totally agree. I think that's, and again, I don't want to jump too far ahead. We could talk about Anderson when we get there, but I think that's what's happening is it's just slowly pushing him as population expands and people look for more affordable homes, whether to buy or to rent. I mean, and you'll see that in the numbers as we get to Anderson. I mean, the average rent's going to be less than Noblesville, and so I think Anderson's up and coming for sure.
Yeah. And before we go on, I just want to try this real quick. This is supposed to be daydreaming. I'm daydreaming about Anderson expanding.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think that's daydreaming at all, but no, that's my opinion. All right, moving on.